Michael Grinder here. I want to talk some more about COVID. We have a little poster here. I'm going to show you things as well as talk. What this line is here is it separates reality from the interpretation of reality. We all do see, hear, and then we start thinking about what did we just see and hear? Well, with COVID, it's hard to sort out the news. So I want to talk about your news source, give you some suggestions. Feel free to disagree as we go along. Here's what happens. When you see something, you go up here and you start thinking about it. It's the only way you can. Why? Well, the reason is that when you do that, the bottom part is factual. The top part is an interpretation. They need each other, because if you have lots of information, but there's no interpretation, it's useless. But at the same time, if you have an interpretation and then you go looking for your information, that's dangerous. So data without interpretation is silly. Interpretation without evidence is dangerous. So here's a graphic on this. We all do this, including we take reality, and as we move it up, we do a lot of distortions, we do a lot of deletions, we do a lot of generalizations. So it's just given. We are just animals. And we are animals that has lots of feelings, and then we have thinking capacity. It'd be great if we said, as human beings, we're thinkers with a lot of feelings. No, we're actually feelings with lots of thinking. So be aware. We all do it. Can't stop it. So what are we suggesting? If you can, it might be nice to connect above and below the line in the following manner. Every time something happens and you go up and you start to think about it, instead of just having my one interpretation is, that's a fixed mindset. You don't want that. So if this happened, why did it happen? What was the cause? If you can, at least get two possibilities. Now you have a dilemma, one or the other. You get the three, you're in great shape. But this is how you connect above and below the line. You have to go back down and go, if this interpretation is true, the president, the White House, the Congress, the Democrats, the Republicans, whomever you want, they did it because of, go back down here and say, is there evidence to support that? How about the second one? Is there evidence to support that? Try to be a little more scientific about it. It'll make a nice difference. But at the same time, here's what's going on. It's true for all of us, including myself. We belong to tribes, for most of us. So instead of getting the news, which is what we used to do, and then we would have to think about it, newscast is no longer below the line. It's above the line. They package, this is what happened today, and here's your interpretation of it. So whatever tribe you belong to, you're going to have a certain interpretation. Sure recommend, whenever you can, try to get 3 interpretations. You'll be more accurate, and you'll be more pleased with yourself, because you have a growth mindset instead of a fixed mindset. Michael Grinder, talking about the news of COVID.